Anyone?
Sean, you just talking us through your thoughts on that performance first and foremost.
Was what, sorry?
You talk us through your thoughts on that performance as a whole first and foremost.
I think they had the upper hand in the early stages of the game without really opening too much up. Our shape was good. Covering shape was good from the defenders. The energy was decent, but we didn't use the ball as well. We didn't look to play as much as what I hoped. And then it changes on 15, 16 seconds, where we hit the post and we don't quite react as quick. We know that Liverpool are good on that kind of transition phase. I know they've had a bit of up and down time more recently, but they're still a good outfit. We concede a goal really without needing to. Just on transition, I think Jordan has a bit of a misread. He's still got a lot to do, even if he doesn't misread it. But I think he has a bit of a misread. And that was the story of the first half. A breakaway goal out of a nothing sort of situation, or one where we could have scored even. And then we calmed it down and got to half time. And I said to the players, I said, look, we've got to play. We've got to use the ball better. But if you give away a goal so quickly, it's very difficult then at any ground. But certainly here, if you're 2 down, we kept plugging away, kept trying to play. Too many sloppy passes, too many turnovers. And then we created a really good chance for Tom. We don't take that. That might have made it nervy at the end of the game. The players have. I said last week they've taken a lot on board, so I'm not going to be too critical. There's a lot gone into the players. They've delivered a lot. They've been working very hard, very diligently, and finding that balance of in possession, out of possession, sort of searching for the right framework of the team out of possession, and then how we can turn that through transition into good possession and affect teams. So I think that's the next layer of what we want to do.
How close was Dominic Calvert to be involved today?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, he's working diligently. I think he's had an up and down time. The challenge we've got is not just to get the injury fit, it's to get him generally fit so his body doesn't break down. And I think that might, I might have to give him extra time for that and actually slow that down to make sure, because we don't want to play for one game, we want him for as many games as possible. So that's going to be, the right kind of challenge for me and the staff to make sure that we give him a chance to be really fit, if you like, rather than sort of getting him back for the sake of one game, if you like. So it's a tough call, that one, but hopefully we'll see how it's settling this week.
And what was the thinking behind starting Ellis Simms up top?
Yeah, we just wanted to give a young player a chance who we thought could be effective, and he's worked diligently. It's tough coming here, obviously. Tight call with Neal, of course, who's a more experienced centre forward. And Demi can sort of play in that area. We tried to get him, see if we could stretch the pitch a little bit as the game wore on. I was pleased with the subs. I thought they tried to react and affect it, because we want a group mentality. It's not just about 11 players, it's about the whole group. So I was pleased with them trying to affect the game. And like I said, too many sloppy passes second half. We gave away the ball in some really poor areas, and I think that's something we've got to tidy up. So it's finding that nice mixture of the shape, the belief, the energy, the commitment, and the edge, if you like, that we played with against Arsenal, but then dealing with the ball as well, and away from home, of course. Our fans were amazing last week. Going to need them continually at home, bringing that kind of mentality when your fans are not there, but that inner core mentality to places like this and that inner bit of steel. So I think that'll grow over time that we're working with the players. I can't hear you, sorry.
It's not reflection on Ellis' performance. You're saying, do you think the side loses a little too much when Dominic is on it? Was it a theme from Frank as well, and Dominic and the team? You just got an edge.
Well, the players are working. People sometimes forget. Dominic's a very good player. He's played for England. He's played. He's been a very effective player for Everton. That's why he's there. That's why he's such a renowned figure who you often ask me about. But on the other hand, there's growth when players get injured. That's when players come in and they should be wanting to be thirsty to prove that they're the next player. They're ones that should be reckoned with, and that's the mentality they've always believed in. So that's what we want from these players. Ellis had a chance tonight. Neal may get a chance the next one. Demi may get a chance. We're trying to affect games in as many ways as possible. There's still, whatever you think, not you personally, but people, still a tough challenge. The first 2 games, they're tough, and I think some people would have looked at them and gone, they might not get anything. So, of course, I understand the locality of this and the importance of that to the Evertonians, quite obviously. But on paper, if you take 3 points out of them 2 games, I think most would go, okay, that's a start point. So I don't remember being too high last weekend when we gave a good performance and we beat the leaders. So, I remember being quite balanced about it, and I'm quite balanced about, tonight and what I've seen.
But you have to then back it up in your next 3 games, don't you? 2 at home.
Yeah, well, all the games are important. It's not. we've got to, find a way of winning all games, and that's the truth of it. Tonight we can learn a lot from that, from the details of a game, and the details are forever important in football, particularly in the Premier League. Transitions important, the details, you have to get them right. We got them right last weekend, we didn't get them right today, that's for sure. And I think that was obvious because too many details went against us. Both boxes, which are vital, of course, and that's going to be, like I say, the next layer when we're working with the players, identifying some of the things that we think we can do better. We've just got to fast track it all. That's the truth of it. We're just going to fast track every part of what we're trying to achieve into the players and them to grip hold of it and deliver it. But they've been very good group to work with so far. I expect that to continue.
Any further questions? No? Okay.
Thanks everyone.